Debbie only said it because I messaged her and told her, we're supposed to record these?
Yes. All right, so I know that some of you were at Empower at the beginning of the month. So some of the things that we learned in Empower, for those of you that were not there, is we talked about one, and it's going to start this next month, those people that promote as of May 1st, they're going to have a program that's going to be a new director program, okay, that they're going to have access to, and it's going to help them as they are starting. Now, if I remember, and I haven't went back and looked at it, so those of you that were there, you may jump in and help me with this. All of us have access to, do we have access to the director bound or just the, I'm sorry, do we have access to
Both.
We have both of them, right? Is that correct?
We've got both.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so you guys will have access at some point. I think they're kind of doing it in different.
If they
May
are,
7th.
yeah, if they're a current director and they weren't advanced, then they have access come May 7th, and any new directors will have access May 7th.
May 7th.
They start the first one, and then they'll get this.
Thanks, Kayla. Hey, Kayla, can you like screenshot that, put that on the director page? Hey, thanks. So if some of you are like, oh man, I could have used some new director training, okay, you guys will be able to have access to the same training that your new directors are going to have access to, okay? And some of you on this call are new directors yourself. So you guys will have access to that as well, where you can go through and learn, you know, some of those things as well. So, so that's coming, as well as a director bound program. Okay, so we that were there, you know, have this. I think a lot of us have printed it out, hopefully at this point. But I've put mine in a binder here. I have it, you know, all labeled director bound. But the way that, if you guys don't have this on your calendar, I'm going to let you guys know how this is kind of going to unfold the next few weeks here. Okay, so on Thursday, I'm going to do an invite to, we're going to start sending out invites to Get the More You're Looking For event. Okay, so for this Get the More You're Looking For event, it's going to be on Monday, the 27th at 7 o'clock. Okay, so if you don't have that on your calendar, be sure to write that down. Okay, so the actual event is going to be on April 27th. So there will be some different things that I talk about on there. Basically what this is we want to invite people to this event that we see are the potentials for becoming our next directors. Okay, so the Get Them Where You're Looking For event is going to be me sharing with them the benefits of directorship and what that can do for them. Okay, so that's what that event is all going to be about. So you want people there that you want to get excited and you think have that potential. Okay, this could be even new recruits. Okay, if you have seen some of your new recruits just take off and you think, wow, they're go-getters, they want this business, they have goals, okay, they would be great candidates for inviting to the Get Them Where You're Looking For event. Okay, they don't necessarily have to have team members at this point. Okay, you can just see the potential within them. Okay, so that's what we're going to kind of be looking for. So on Thursday, and I will put it on our director page, get out I think you would be amazing at this. You have a lot of potential. I think you should attend this event on Monday night at 7 o'clock. And then we'll invite them to that. Okay, I will put it probably in a separate group because everyone on Team PC Hotshots is not necessarily going to want to be invited to the Get Them More You're Looking For event. Okay, so I'll do a Get Them More You're Looking For event probably on a separate group that I will put the invite or the group in our director page. Okay, so you can, once you have someone that says, yeah, I'd like to try that, you can add them to this group. Okay, you can give them the group, you know, and they can add it, and then I'll approve whoever. So that's going to be on Monday night. Invites out the Thursday. Booking Blitz, our Booking Blitz for this month, okay, because this all is going to kind of go together every month. So the Booking Blitz is going to be from the 28th to the 2nd. So basically a Tuesday to a Saturday. That's when we're running the Booking Blitz. Thank you, Kayla. So be sure you have that on your calendar, and be sure if you have team members, because I do have a couple things I've been holding off posting on our team page as ideas to put in our Booking Blitz as new ideas. Okay, because I've seen some ideas, I'm like, ooh, that's really good. But I haven't posted it on Team PC Hotshots yet because I want to really include some of those ideas on the Booking Blitz. Okay, so you want to kind of as a, hey, come to the Booking Blitz, you're going to see some ideas you haven't seen yet maybe. Okay, so that would be kind of some motivation to get them on the Booking Blitz and get them going and make sure they're booking those parties. Okay, so that's kind of why I've held off on that portion of it. So then we are looking at starting the third, wait, hold on. Oh, we actually do have 4 Sundays, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 Sundays.
Well, one is a Mother's Day.
That's true.
That's the 10th.
That is true. So do you think that we should do director bound 3rd, 17th, 24th, 31st? Or do you think we should still, well, and this is going to be, because I'm still going to be doing legacy leaders. Okay, so here's the flow that I see this happening, guys. Okay, so let me know if you think anything different or if you have any ideas. Okay, you have someone that maybe they joined this month, or maybe they they joined like towards the beginning of the month, but you see they're rocking and rolling, they're booking parties. Okay, or maybe there's someone in the business that you have seen potential for a while. Okay, and maybe they're starting to pick back up again or something. Okay, so they join, you see the potential, and they start the director bound the next month. They get on that Booking Blitz, they get their calendar booked. Okay, they get in on director bound that next month. Okay, these are people that are going to fast track. Okay, we get them going, they join, we get them going in director bound the next month. Then they come to me in legacy leaders and they promote. Okay, that's really kind of how I want to see this flow breaking down. Now, what could happen is they could start, they could get going, they could have a couple of recruits, because I know other organizations that they're promoting people in their 2nd month. Okay, so they may be going a little bit faster, and you maybe see, you know what, they really want to promote this month, then we would take them into legacy leaders instead of director bound. Okay, director bound is really going to stay with the focus of we're making it happen this month. Okay, like I had the call with the legacy leaders on Sunday. I think every single one of them are promoting this month this time, every one of them. So that's where I want to get to, is they have the knowledge of the director bound, and then boom, they go into legacy leaders. Okay, and then boom, they promote, because they've had that information in director bound. I'm not necessarily covering a lot of that information in legacy leaders. We're mostly looking at what's your calendar look like. Here's some recruiting tips. Tell me where you're at. Here's where it's going to be, you know, some hurdles. Here's how we onboard new consultants. I am starting to do that, because as they bring new consultants in, I want to be sure they know how to train them properly. Okay, so I've been doing some of that on the legacy leaders calls as well. Okay, so that's kind of the flow that I see. So with that being said, I am going to be looking for leaders that can take this written out agenda script and read it on the call. It's all there. Okay, so that's where I'm going to be looking for a couple people for each week. that will be willing to do session 1, session 2, session 3. I think there is session 4. There's just 4. Okay. What I do like, I don't know if any of you have any of you looked through the director bound yet? Kayla, you have? Anyone else look through the new director bound some? What I like about it is that it brings all of the things into each call. So it has the testimonials and success stories. It has like the first one, you know, it goes over the expectations. But I will be, guys, I'll tell you, after doing legacy leaders, the first call that I do is still some of the benefits, and they still don't understand it all. So even though that they may have heard it all before, they're still like, wow, I didn't even realize all this. Okay, so I'm really going over that with them the first call too. But what I like is they have mindset moments where it helps them have a good mindset, because that is so much of promoting to director, is staying in the positive. Okay, so they have some different things to help you in on those mindset things. Okay, so I'm going to be reaching out to some of you about helping run this program. Okay, so I guess those of you that are going to be doing it can decide when. So maybe it's not Sunday night, maybe it's Monday night, like when I'm doing the new consultant training. Because those that are doing the new consultant probably are not going to be also doing a director bound. So I'll let you guys kind of figure out, or maybe when I do it earlier in the day on Sunday, I'll let you guys figure out. But my goal is to get at least 8 people that are willing to help. So you're only doing it once a month. Okay, you're only on there one of the weeks. So if that's something you would be interested in, shoot me a message. Okay, and we'll see how many of you are going to be interested, because like I said, it's all written out. Okay, I would like to see where there is, you know, a little bit of the touching base with people. Oh, shoot. Holly got kicked out. And see, it's not dinging. Ding, 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 ding. She just texted me. But I'd like to see that we're touching base, you know, at some point through the week and encouraging them. So we've kind of talked about that last time, how it's important to have a checkpoint time, you know, during the week where you're checking into that group. So does anyone have any questions about the director bound program at all?
Who on this call has not, be honest, has not looked at any of the new material that at all? Raise your hands. You have not looked at it at all?
No.
A little bit, all of it? Just
Little
curious.
bit. Little bit. Very,
Okay.
very.
It can be, I know before you're hearing about a program that you've never looked at can probably sound a little terrifying. Keep in mind that it's good. It's really good, guys. And the reason why they're giving you early access is because they know you probably are not going to be like, oh yes, new program, I can't wait to read up on this before I train everybody. That's not a normal reaction. I mean, so they're opening it up so you can treat yourself as if you're brand new. You know, you get to go through the module as if you're a brand new, you know, director, and then learning the director bound program. So go through it. And they actually, you know, encourage you to do this once together, and then be able to do it on your own. In fact, that's module 3, is learning how to do your own director bound, which sounds so scary, I know. But look through the material. I mean, it talks about how we don't really call it director bound. We just talk about how it's getting the more that you're looking for. And when you kind of have that mindset, you're going to find the majority of the people that are going to be in the program are going to be your newest consultants. And you're going to see these patterns start to emerge, because instead of us kind of getting stuck in those old, the filtering, like we've done this training, we've done, like they're not, you get the new blood in there and it just goes. So, if you haven't had a chance to crack into it like you're brand new, look at it. It's some good stuff. It'll grow your own personal business.
Absolutely. And I will say, because I've already had a couple of you reach out to me kind of scared about, because they did say something about trying to do your own. I will tell you this, do not feel like you have to do your own director bound, because you do not have to. That's why we're going to be offering one as an organization, because not everyone feels comfortable with that. Plus, I am truly under the understanding of work smarter, not harder. If you can do something as a group of directors, and not, feel like you have to do something every single week as far as a call, and that takes some of that time where you can focus still, because if you have someone in the program a director bound, you're still going to be following up with them, whether you are maybe, working to teach it that week or whatever. Okay. So you're still going to be touching base with these people that have the goal of directorship in mind. Okay. That's just part of being a leader, but don't feel like, oh gosh, because this is what some people become scared to even become directors, because they feel like they're going to have to be doing these things on their own. Because I've already had a couple of you reach out to me and ask me this. I just want to preface that and make sure that you guys understand you don't have to lead a director bound by yourself if you do not feel comfortable with that yet. So, and if at some point you do, and some point you're saying, I'm going to be leading this for my organization, then absolutely, go for it. I don't ever want to hold you guys back from doing something on your own. If you feel like you need to do that as a leader. Okay. So it can go either way. Absolutely. But I never want, I know as we kind of started, doing the meetings and things at my house, I always said, never feel like you have to do this, with our organization, but also never feel like you have to be in charge of your own, if you don't want to do that. So same kind of thing applies here. So I just want to make sure that you guys as leaders, I always give you guys the freedom. Like Leslie, I love it that you went and tried this with your organization. You went and led the way, and said, hey, we're gonna try to do this fundraiser together. I think that's great. I always challenge you guys, to do that if you guys are comfortable with it. I think that is perfectly fine. You don't ever feel like you have to do something with our organization if it's something you want to try on your own. So, but I do feel like with a program, like Kayla was saying, it is really well written out. So there is, it's a lot of just following. And I really want to look through it, kind of with the people that are going to be doing it, and we can kind of look and say, is that kind of repetitive? Is that necessary? Do we feel like we need to put that in here? Because I know, like, after talking with Kayla, after she did the survey in the last director bound, the last thing we want is to make it information they feel like they've already heard. So I really see director bound 2 as, yes, they need to know the knowledge, of what it is, what it's going to take and things like that. But also so much of directorship to me is a mindset. So much of it, is determining that you can do it. Because think about these people that are promoting, guys. Like, that's what I've said all along. We could offer all of these programs, but the ones that promote to director are the ones that probably would have done it anyways. Honestly, so we can have all this knowledge and everything, but there's some that'll just push through and they'll get it done. Okay. So, that is my thing. Because we've tried every which way to do these programs. I've done them with other executives. I've looked at all other kinds of executives programs of this. To me, at the end of the day, those that are going to promote are going to promote, honestly. So, but we can give them the direction and make sure they know the information, and the ones that are going to do it are going to do it. So, any questions or thoughts about that? So what I will leave it up to you after we figure out probably this next coming week, because I want to have kind of nailed down the who's and what's of it by the mid next week. So we know going forward who's going to be kind of doing what. But I will let you guys decide what day you think is the best to do it. You know, if you think that's a Sunday, if you think that's a Monday, if you think it's a Tuesday, if you think it's a Saturday morning, I mean, whatever. I mean, I'm going to let those of you that are going to be helping run it decide kind of what's going to work best for you all. I am still going to be doing Legacy Leaders at 8:30 on Sunday. So I'm going to continue that. That has seemed to work well, and I'm just going to continue on doing that. But feel free. I know that some of you that have directors promoting this month have been on the Legacy Leader calls. So feel free, I mean, to jump on those at any point, because it's nice to have other directors on there, because I can bounce off things, you know, about that they just did, or, you know, it's just nice to have other leadership in there besides just me sometimes.
Melody, you had said you'd add me in the other day, but I never got put in there.
Oh, Misty. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Make myself a note to add you. Add Misty, the troublemaker. Okay. All right, so looking ahead to May, guys. Okay, looking ahead to May. Legacy Leaders, since I am doing Sunday night, I probably will do the 3rd, the 17th, and the 24th for Legacy Leaders. I'll probably take off that 10th. With probably a touch of the base. Since it's the 31st is on a Sunday, I'm not going to ask them to be on a call the very last day of the month, especially if they're trying to promote that month. So I'm going to give them the 3rd, the 17th, and the 24th as calls with me. That really has been pretty good enough with the three calls. Because it seems like every month so far, there's been one that I have not been able to do for some reason. So then I think we will look at, if you guys look ahead at your schedule, are you guys okay with Tuesday nights like this for director meetings?
Several have voiced that it's too late at night for them.
8:30 is too late.
You know, I don't know. Yeah, I know we've talked about doing a lunch or a midday on a weekend. Yeah, you know, I don't think there's a good time that's going to fit everybody's schedule. But I'm just saying that there's a majority of directors from my organization that aren't on right now for that reason. So, you know, whatever.
I would love it to be earlier, but you know.
Miss Joanna, you're an hour behind us, and you're always here with bells on, sister. You're always
an hour ahead.
It's 10:30 here.
But see, here's the opposite, Kayla. I get so many that say I can't be on unless my kids are in bed and it's later. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I feel like, and we've tried it on a Sunday, half lunch. We've tried it evenings. We try, you know, and I have found that those that want to be on will be on.
I'm here.
You are.
I only have 8 people in the office right now, so if I'm cranky because I'm only getting 6 hours of sleep, that's on them.
See, there you go. So we could try earlier. If you guys have but see, like, this is the thing, guys. Okay, when you look at what I'm dealing with right now, every week, I do a legacy leaders on Sunday. I'm doing a new consultant training on Monday, and then I have this tonight. So that's 3 nights so far this week that I've already done something, you know. So I would love with a capital L to do this at lunchtime, but I know that that may not work out for everyone. So thoughts, if you had a best time of day, maybe I should put out a survey on our director page. 2 o'clock? Did you say 2, Kayla?
I
Best time
think
of day.
kind of looking at it, like we've never had a whole lot on. I mean, it's worth a shot to try to bump it up to C.
Let's see if 7.
Evenings are hard for me. Sundays especially are hard for me. You know, I mean, I don't think you're not gonna make everybody happy. That's, you know, we can try some different things if we want to, but the more we switch
Tori
it up,
says
the more
evenings
confused.
for sure, not dinner time. And see, that's
Yeah.
another thing. You move it up too early, and then you have people that really won't be able to be on because it's dinner time. You know, and they're
Yeah,
getting
like we
dinner
don't, my guys don't get home till 6:30, 6:45, 7 o'clock. So we're eating dinner we didn't eat till 8 o'clock. So it just varies.
I mean, I can
Mhm.
see, yeah, and Pam,
Yeah.
yeah, see, Pam's the same boat. It's 9:30. 9:30 there.
Well, and 9 when my kids go to bed, so it's kind of hard because I'm saying, oh, here, take the kids, bye, good luck.
The kids aren't Betsy and mine are, well, you heard them saying goodnight, Mom.
Yeah.
See, Kaylee, you just need to get your kids in bed earlier.
I'm up for trying a
Yeah,
lunchtime.
mine don't really have a schedule right now, so kind of, but not really. We can try a lunchtime one and a.
Time to try it, it would be now. I would say, just because everyone's, you know,
But
schedule.
you know what? This is what's the hard part, because I did that. I did the Sunday and a lunchtime, but I found myself talking about different things and then feeling I had to go back to the ones that were on Sunday and refill them in on other things that I thought about and talked about on the lunchtime one that I didn't talk about on the Sunday one. You know, so that was where I had a hard time there when we split it up. I felt, and that was just like a natural, like people on the call talked about things different. So it kind of went in different directions. And then I was like, oh, that's kind of good information that these people didn't get to hear, but we talked about on this call. So I don't know. I don't know what a good answer is. But I mean, I
think,
go ahead, what?
I was gonna say, if you're wanting to try something out, I think putting a survey up would be a good start and
So I'm
see.
seeing some lunchtime comments.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Kayla said, we're not gonna make everybody happy with these meetings and the time. But if you can get a majority to say lunchtime works better for us.
Tori
then
would be
that's-
willing to try lunchtime. Okay. So maybe
But what time is lunchtime for everybody else?
Right,
You know,
that's
because
where I'm like,
I have my lunch at 11.
mhm. I would say typically a lunch is a 12-ish time. But well, when you look at Carol Redu,
Yeah.
Carol Redu has always done her director meetings at 12 o'clock during the day. You know, she doesn't do nighttime director calls at all. So, but I'm willing to throw out a survey and get some thoughts and feedback from everyone, because obviously I want the most people on the call that can be on the call, you know? And I mean, honestly, lunchtime would be great for me. It would be one less evening that I am spent in, you know, doing something away from my family. So, but if that's not going to work for a large majority, you know, I just want the biggest majority that can be on to be on. So.
Like my lunch, except for Wednesdays, I can usually adjust it.
Okay. And that is what I hear from a lot of people is
What's he
they
saying?
can adjust kind of their, if they know ahead of time when it's going to be, they can maybe work with it and try it.
Past 10 years.
So what'd you say, Lynn?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. So looking ahead to May, guys, I'm just trying to get dates of director calls down. If you guys want to try a lunchtime call, I'm going to let you guys get first pick just because you're actually on the call tonight. So if you want to try that in May, I kind of want to do it the third week in May. So like the 18th through the 22nd, instead of the last week. So would, let's say, a Tuesday lunchtime call? Should we try that for next month? I get
When
one
are
thumbs up.
the Teach Me webinars are on Wednesday or Thursdays, right? Wednesdays? They're on Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
Okay.
Yeah, they're on Wednesdays.
Tuesdays. Tuesdays?
And if Carol has her calls, they're usually on
Mondays.
Mondays. But usually, and that's why I'm saying the third, because usually by the third week of the month, things have slowed down a little bit. Because I think the first of the month is just, there's so many calls. I have a ton, like just between the executive and there's just a lot of calls at the beginning of the month. So if we could move ours to like the third week, it's just one less call that we have at the beginning of the month. Okay, so you guys think the 19th? We'll try it.
So, Melody, if you have them at lunch, how long are they going to be?
I probably wouldn't, probably not any more than 45 minutes,
Okay.
I would say. We've done them in 30 minutes before, but I would try not to have it go longer than 45 minutes.
And what time are you looking at on the 19th, Melanie?
12 o'clock
Okay.
Central Time.
I know. Hey, that's fine. I don't mind that.
Okay, so if we're doing that and we're looking at, just so we are looking ahead of next month so you guys have an idea, okay? So we're looking at probably sending out Get Them More invites the 21st. People that are potential that have joined that month, you see potential in. Get Them More event the 20, well, that's Memorial Day. Should we do that? No.
No.
So maybe our Get Them More will be on the 26th that
Yeah.
week instead. Okay, so we'll write down Get Them More the 26th. And then we will just do the booking blitz one day later, and we'll do it Wednesday to Sunday this month instead of Tuesday to Saturday. You think that'll be okay? We will have on May 5th will be our virtual team meeting. Do you guys think we should move that up to 7 or keep it at 8?
7.
Show me fingers. Oh my gosh, Todd. 2 are voting. The Easterners are saying 7.
7 doesn't work in my household. Like I said, that's when
Well,
my guys.
and I'm worried across the organization
Yeah.
that you do it during mealtime, we're going to lose a lot. So what I've been doing is trying to do like recognition stuff from 8 to 8:30 and have a guest speaker on at 8:30. that's what I've been trying to do. That has seemed to work. We had Julie Ritter on the last call. So I'll try to have something else that we're needing, you know, in our organization, and someone that could do it. So, okay. Does anyone have any questions? Has everyone been able, with the new people on their organization, to follow kind of the new consultant stuff? Have you guys been able to do for your new people?
Trying to keep up with all the new ones.
Lately, we've had a lot of people on the Monday night call. And I will tell you, like Yvette was on there on Monday night because one of her new people was, and she hadn't attended a new consultant training since like November. And she was like, oh my gosh, Melody, I took so many notes and things that I hadn't heard you say the last time. So, because one of her new consultants was like, well, Melody told us that on Monday night. And she was like, oh, she did? Well, maybe I should attend one of those. So hopefully you're getting your new people on there. Because I will say I've been asking a lot of people lately, you know, how are you getting so many bookings and how is this going? And they're like, I'm just using the wording that you told me to. So I feel like things are working. So I'm getting really good feedback from that training. So hopefully your teams are getting good things out of it. I hope. Does anyone else have anything? New? Gosh, my phone is going berserk.
Something I would, just reiterate. I know that we're, this month is kind of, they're giving us some flex with this month, but remember that if you don't hit qualifications, you don't get paid at that level. Your title is held, but you don't get paid at that level. Mm-hmm. And even though you may have someone who this could be the month they drop off or lose their career sales and they think, oh, well, this month doesn't count. This month is the only month that they're offering 30% off the Enrichables, you guys, and one subscription, if one person does a subscription on their account for both kinds of Enrichables, that's like, what is it, $24 commissionable sales right there. They become, not necessarily, they're not active with 150, but just getting in that mindset where you can maybe keep them going, where they just don't give up this month. Anything you can do, any little thing, I think is huge, because you don't want to wake up May 1st and still go, crap, I don't have anything for all of May. So
you are right, Kayla Ford.
And then with that too, we're earning the director boxes as well.
Yes, and if you guys didn't know that, March through June, you're earning director boxes. So just so you know, if you guys want to write that down, I have it right here on my board so I can always see it, okay? So March through June is when you earn the fall. And the requirements for that is 3 out of the 4 months, $1,250 in sales, 3 out of the 4 months, or $5,000 in sales as altogether between March and June. Okay, so, and if you want to go ahead and write this down so you know ahead of time, September through December is when we earn the spring, and it's the same requirements, $1,250, 3 out of the 4 months, or $5,000 total between September and December. So that's how you earn those products. Some of you have $5,000 this month, so you're good to go. So, but just kind of keep that in mind. going forward, because I always want us, that is one of the biggest perks, guys, of directorship, is earning those products. And I don't ever want anyone to miss out on those.
Is that personal or team? Is it
Personal.
personal?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, it's personal sales. So, and our goal, you guys hear me say this all the time. Our goal is to always have everyone active every month, and that's why I put on our director page, it says, the success of you determines the success of others. Okay. And that really is true. So, just know that that's always our goal, is to have everyone turn that boat green to blue to purple to, I don't remember the rest, red, yellow. I can't remember the other ones, but we're definitely going to have some high colored boats this month, which I'm super excited about. So, and guys, have you guys looked at the trip tracker yet? Have you
Yes.
looked at where you're at on that trip tracker? Be sure that you are, watching that and staying on track. Now is the time to look at that trip tracker, not when it comes to September and the fall and try to see if you could possibly earn it. Set those goals now. For
Yeah,
what
don't
you
wait
need to
till
have.
December.
Yeah, Misty will tell you the pain of waiting till December.
No fun
Yeah.
at all.
Yep. I know she said, I'm not going to do that again. But yeah, be sure that you guys are looking at that. Okay. And next month, guys, well, I guess we have until the end of May, but June 1st is when the new Excellence Award period is. Okay. So you get started on the brand new Excellence Awards too, as of June 1st. Now, if you don't know, in order to be, have excellence in developing leaders, it has to be done this month. They have to promote this month with a May 1st promotion date. If you want you want developing leaders in excellence. The other categories, sales, recruits, and org sales, is by the end of May. So, and it kicks over with a new on June 1st. Do you guys all know how to see your excellence?
Yes.
Does everyone know? No? Okay. Let me show you. I see some.
So while you're looking that up, Mel, with the whole developing leaders, do those, I guess, start over in May then? Right? Because it would, like, whatever their title is, June 1st, to take effect for the next one, for next year's, since they have to have it by the end of this month for June, for May 1st.
Well, I guess technically it probably would. If they promote next month, they are going to have a June 1st promotion date. And because it's June 1st through, then yes.
I'm just going to tell all my people to wait.
Do not tell your directors, do not tell Trisha to wait till next month. Girl,
You
you've
can do this
lost
next
your
month.
mind.
You can wait. Just wait one more. Wait a few days.
No, ma'am. Oh, space.
I know.
Okay. I got my Mac completely formatted. So it's making me do everything again. Okay. Okay, so if you go to reports and tracking, connections, consultant connections summary. And then Excellence Award Tracker. See right there? So you're not going to click on one of these, you're going to click on that. Cool deal? That's where you find it. Oh, Tori's going to be having her baby. She said that earlier. She's not on right now. She's having her baby the end of May, beginning of June. All right, guys. So just to let you all know, some things have transpired in the Harper house the last couple of weeks, and no, I am not pregnant. Thank the Lord. I'll be so bad during this time. So before all this coronavirus-ness, we had the realtor around the corner approach us and ask us if there was any way that we would be interested in putting our house on the market sooner rather than later. And I said, well, if someone wants to come look at it, they're more than welcome to. So they came several weeks ago, looked at our house, loved our house, and then the world ended. And they were kind of waiting for us, but they ended up putting an offer in on our house last week, and we countered, and then they countered back, and we have a closing date as of June 1st on our house. And we have nowhere to move to. We're going to be homeless on June 1st. So with 4 bunnies, 2 dogs, 5 people, and a hamster, and a partridge in a pear tree.
I'm sorry, that's not funny, but
It's okay. So yeah, what I thought was a craziness of this time is about to get a whole lot crazier. So we will be having to pack up and figure it out, and we're not exactly sure yet when we're gonna start the building process yet. We went and talked with a bank guy today just about, kind of what this looks like and what we're looking at and all the stuff. So I say that to say it's gonna be crazy. So I was not planning on this anytime soon. We were thinking maybe starting next year. We weren't quite sure yet. So just to give you guys kind of a heads up, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So
You will survive.
yep, we will. And like I was telling Misty today, I look at where we were in like 2016. Kayla, did you sign in 2016? Yes. So 2016, as of January, I was a director. And we had the Team PC Hotshots. I'd worked some on the culture. You talk about the team page and the culture of where your guys' team pages are. So kind of started working on that, and it had started picking up some momentum. I remember Kayla, I think, joined in February, March. When did you join?
December.
Oh, December. You joined in December, but you promoted in March, yeah. So she was my first fast track. Then we got into, I think it was maybe Amy Gandy, Shelly Stapleton, Paige, who's no longer with us. And by the fall, I was a senior director. Okay, so if you look at your guys' organizations now, some of you that are just even directors, okay, the momentum started with Kayla Ford. She's got the ball rolling, the fast hill. So, and then by the fall, senior director team, and we went into the next year, and okay, so think about it. As of January, I had no directors under me. We had our first month qualifications in March, second month in April. And so we were an executive team as of May 1st. with 17 directors. Okay, so from January to the next May, we had 17 directors. So if some of you are looking at your personal team and thinking, you know, how can I ever get there? Or maybe you're seeing some momentum pick up on your team. Like this is what I was talking to Misty about earlier. You know, some momentum is picking up. You're seeing the growth, and I'm just going to say run with it while you can. Okay, and don't stop adding those people, because that's what happened. I was in lead, so I had to have 2 people join my team every single month, or I wasn't getting, I wasn't going to be completing this program. So that was really what drove me to make sure I had 2 recruits. But what happened when I was recruiting like that every month, then these people were joining, they were seeing the excitement, they were seeing the momentum, and they were going for goals too. So you just started getting all of these new people that were excited. And when you get new people in and they're excited, that's when the culture and the momentum really starts. Okay, so any of you can be there if you just continue, to push your team, to encourage your team, build a culture of growth and momentum. Okay, and you guys can do that too. There's no reason any of you couldn't.
I was telling Melody, so next month is my 4-year anniversary. So I joined in 2016 under Amy. I helped her qualify. And so 4 years in, and I just hit advanced director. Since February, I just counted them. Since February, we've brought in 21 new people. I've got one that already has everything to qualify as a director this month. There's one under her that is trying to fast track. And then I've got 2. One of them who's been with me for almost a year, just barely got her first 2 recruits. She just messaged me a little while ago about getting 2 more this month. So she's now on the director bandwagon. And one of my recruits from last month possibly has her 3rd recruit coming in this month. And I know she's wanting to fast track. And I mean, that's just since January, because I didn't hit advanced until March. And now it's like, oh my gosh, I was telling Melody earlier, I was like, I don't even know what's going on right now, but I'm loving it. And I hope it stays this way, because I've got so much excitement in my team. I've got so much energy going, and everybody's feeding off of everybody. And it's, it's like our cover photos. I have my cover photo and I have it set up for a senior director team. I've had it like that for over a year now, where I want to go and I share that with my team. But when someone's active, like I've got palm trees this month. So when someone's active, I put their name on a palm tree. So I have question marks on palm trees. And then as they change, somebody's active, I add them. And I had one of my girls reach out to me today and she was like, I didn't have anything in the books and I just knew I wasn't going to do anything this month. She goes, but I couldn't stand by and watch all these palm trees have names on them and this be the one time where my whole team's up there and I'm not. And so she booked a party that's already qualified in a day. So she's like, I don't know if I'm going to earn those many cast iron the set, but I'm going to try really hard and I'm active. So you're going to get ready to put my name on a palm tree. And it's just little things like that is like, that's what I've been waiting for. Like I've needed this excitement. And Melody has told me from day one, it takes one person to change that mentality on your team. And that's what happened. And we've just gone full force with it pretty much since the retreat. I mean, 21 recruits since February. So that's,
that's why I say over and over and over again, don't ever give up, because you never know who your next recruit is. You never know what that next party can bring, and it can totally change your business. Totally.
How many times she's told me that, and I'm like, it's true.
It's true.
But I've never given up either. Like I've always just keep pushing forward, no matter how down I've gotten about it. But I've always continued to push forward. And I was telling her, I was like, I don't know if it's just this month. I don't know what's going to happen next month. But while I'm on this roller coaster, it's awesome. So
yeah. Well, we're going to encourage our teams to continue into next month and into the summer, because we definitely don't want to have those summer lulls.
Yep.
So really trying to help them see that, well, and who's to know like what the summer's gonna look like. It's probably gonna look a little different than most summers, you know, because they're already kind of experiencing summer now. But difference is a lot of people, you know, are home. Once this stuff opens back, the world opens back up, it may be kind of crazy. So just really helping them look ahead to a month, be looking already to their May. What do they have? Focusing on getting those calendars booked now is really important, because consultants tend to do like this, where they're strong and then they have a weaker month, and they're strong and then they have a weaker month, because they really focus their energy on getting bookings for that month. But then they go into the next month and they've spent so much time on this month that they forgot to book the next month. So if you can just constantly, once that 15th of the month hits, they're already looking, you know, to have the next month booked as much as possible, you know. So just trying to teach them that mindset, you know, from the beginning really helps there not be a lull. So.
And I think too, like one thing that I've already posted about it, earning the new rewards for next month. Like I threw that out on my team page and I was like, y'all, I hope you're getting your calendars booked. Like I'm using that to make sure that they're booking, because I'm like, what's better than a discounted product, you know, a free product? So I push that. And I've never had so many people respond with, I've already got bookings. Like I've got bookings on my calendar. Like, you know, that's definitely a great momentum to make sure that they are booking out for May and June, because we can earn products in both months.
Mm-hmm. And definitely, yeah, if you guys are focusing on that aspect with your teams, then that will definitely help, because anytime guys were earning those new products, it's exciting. And also, I didn't want to necessarily talk about it that much on this call because so much is up in the air right now. But I'm hoping maybe my next call to kind of talk about conference and see what we want that to look like. I'll know a little bit more on what home office is going to be doing, because I did find out like they're not posting this yet, but they are going to be providing ribbons. So just kind of thinking through what we can make this look like. You know, do we want to try to get together somewhere, rent some cabins, do something? Do we not? Do we want to have a parade, Facebook Live, where all the people that promoted show us their dresses? You know, there's just a lot to think about, you know, and just try to get people excited, because obviously this is a big time of year that really gets people excited. So just really kind of coming together as a leadership team and trying to figure out how can we celebrate those that have had these big milestones and promotions, you know, and we want to do exciting recognition. So just be kind of thinking through that, because next month on our director call, we probably will talk some about those things once I have a better idea. Because right now, I don't think they completely know what everything is going to look like. So I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I do know that there's going to be, you know, new products coming to us. I know that that's the cost that we're paying, you know, is going to be, you know, us getting new products and stuff too. So.
Do you know the cost yet? Have they released that?
They have.